Hey, good morning. I'm horticulturist Gary Bachman. It's time for another daily dose of hort. If you remember on an earlier daily dose where we were going through my citrus trees out here on the side of the house and we were pruning, one of the trees that I noticed was this little satsuma, and you can see how it's really bending out away from the center line, growing in the pot. And because we're in a more confined space here for my citrus, I really want to have the trees, a little more in line, growing the right direction. That's kind of what a horticulturist does, right? You make plants grow the way you want them to grow. Well, one of the tips I was showing when we were looking at the pruning of the citrus was taking off the suckers that grow off the lower part of the trunk to clean that up so we don't get branching. Well, when I saw this tree growing like this, I decided, well, I'm not going to take the suckers off of this because, back in March, April, I had this idea that I wanted to renovate this tree and correct it. But when I'm talking about renovation, what we're doing is I'm gonna chop this tree off like right in here. And let me just tell you, that's a big step. A homeowner might be hesitant to really prune back an orange tree like this. Let me tell you something. Professional horticulturist, I'm a little leery about doing this. It's taken me like 3 months to figure out, yes, Gary, you have to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of me letting these shoots, these sucker growth, grow out and prune this off. And then we're going to select 3 branches that I'm going to stake up, and I'm going to train to grow in the tree in the direction I want it to go to. First thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and pick the branches that we're going to keep. Now I want to keep 3, and I'm just looking here, and I'm gonna take this group out. Really, we're just cleaning this up. I know something. The way that one's growing, I think I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna take its little brother off. So if we do this, we do this. And anytime we're doing any of this heavy renovation pruning, go slow at it and decide which branches that you actually do want to take. So just take one at a time off, kind of pull them back to the position you want them to grow, in, and we'll see what we got. And you want to know something? I think I'm going to keep this one too. So we're gonna make this kind of a 3-branched or 3-trunked, multi-trunked orange. And we'll go through here, make sure. Though, you want to know something? Looking at this by going slow, I see this branch is coming off at a different angle. And so if I keep this branch, and this branch, they're all coming off at 120 degrees from each other. So maybe we'll get actually a symmetrical growing tree. So I'm going to take this one off too. Now, when we look at going to go ahead and make the heavy renovation cut, the size of that trunk like that, and I think I'm going to cut it up in this area here. I can always. I'll tell you what. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take it off like right in there. A lot of folks will take their bypass pruners, these Coronas. No, that is too big a bite for these. These are about a 3/4 inch max diameter. We could take the pruning saw, would be a possibility. We also could take my big Corona loppers. These are fantastic. And if we come in here, and I don't know, is that better, Kate, to see the bite? And I'm going to cut this at a little bit of an angle. Now this is one of these hope we can do this in one take. And just go, boom. Hey, it's done now, right? So we can look at this, you know, hate to cut a big piece like that off. Maybe if somebody wants some budwood, send me a message and we'll see if we can work an exchange out. But now we've got these three branches, and I don't want to leave them like that because they're going to get all whipped around and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my old tomato poles. You know, everybody has seen me use these for the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the peppers, everything I grow. I'm using these stakes, and I'm going to put these in kind of in the arrangement I want. And you know, what else am I going to use to tie these up? You know, the greenhouse tomato clips I also love. And I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to clip it. I'm going to do this one like that. And there's enough play in there that if we do get some, you know, some stormy weather, that it won't snap these off, hopefully. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. And let me do this last branch. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna move this a little bit because, like I say, I want to do this the way I want it to grow. So we'll move that and kind of slide that new branch out, and a new branch out like that. So there we go. You know, that's a heavy renovation of a orange satsuma. It's really not that scary thing to do. You know, we can heavy renovate a lot of our landscape plants if they need it, and this one obviously needed it. Earlier this year, I showed you how I did a really heavy renovation pruning on this citrus tree, and what we had done, it was all flopped over, it was leaned the wrong way. And so what we went ahead and did is cut the trunk of the citrus off right here, and then pull back a little bit, Kate, and then going to train 3 branches to be the new leaders on it. And so today is kind of the unveiling. I want to see how these branches have stood up. And we can see we've got the branches are starting to be a little woody down here. You can see that woody tissue, but taking the support out, we can see, well, we have a little bit more work to do with this tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the support back in. This really isn't what I thought was going to happen here this morning, but that is okay. And put that back in there. I'll add a couple of more of the tomato clip supports here, and we'll get this so the branches will stand up by themselves. I may have to cut these back again this spring and let them regrow a little bit. So anyways, that's kind of an update of what we did with this heavy pruning of the citrus tree. As you can see, it's still alive. You can probably see, the ones that know, there are leaf miners all over. Here's a good one, Kate. There are leaf miners all over this tree. I'm going to have to treat this, but that's okay. That's spinosad. So with that, hey, thanks for joining us. We'll keep you updated on this citrus tree and how it's regrowing, and hope you'll join us next time for another daily dose of hort.